Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever looked at a bustling American city and think, yup, this place is totally gonna be a ghost town someday? No? Well, now you will. Because we're diving headfirst into cities that might one day be remembered only in trivia nights and conspiracy Reddit threads. Imagine your favorite urban hotspot, but with boarded up diners, empty office towers, and a suspicious number of pigeons. By 2100, these places could go from booming to booing. Let's start the countdown of cities on their way to starring in the next History Channel documentary, America's Abandoned Places. Detroit, Michigan. Once the roaring engine of the American auto industry. Now, more check engine lights than checkouts at grocery stores. Detroit's population has dropped by over 60% since 1950, and around 30% of homes are vacant. The city faced massive deindustrialization, job loss, and a municipal bankruptcy in 2013, the largest in U.S. history. It's like someone hit cruise control while heading off a cliff. Cleveland, Ohio, rock and roll lives here, but most of the people don't want to. With a 10% population drop in the last decade, Cleveland's dealing with a toxic trio: job scarcity, high poverty, 30%, and an economy that never fully recovered after the collapse of manufacturing. It's also one of the most segregated cities in America, and urban blight is as common as bad weather. If you listen closely, you can hear LeBron leaving again. Baltimore, Maryland, home of the crab cake and some of the country's highest crime rates. Baltimore has lost over 30,000 residents since 2010, thanks to rising violent crime, aging infrastructure, and political dysfunction. Its murder rate often doubles the national average, and many schools and public services are in crisis mode. Baltimore's PR team must be on permanent vacation. New Orleans, Louisiana, jazz, beignets, and oh yes, existential dread. New Orleans sits below sea level, which is basically just tempting climate change to try its worst. By 2100, rising sea levels could submerge parts of the city, with experts warning of climate-driven migration. Add in increased hurricanes, crumbling levees, and a shaky insurance market, and even the ghosts might need floaties. St. Louis, Missouri, the gateway to the West, now mostly an exit. St. Louis has seen a 5% population dip in the last decade, with school enrollments dropping 20% and over 10% of properties sitting vacant. It also ranks high for violent crime and struggles with a shrinking tax base, meaning fewer services and more potholes than people. Even the arch seems like it's sighing these days. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Steel left, people followed. Since the collapse of the steel industry in the 1980s, Pittsburgh's lost nearly 20% of its population. While tech is creeping in, many neighborhoods remain hollowed out, and the city has an aging population, low birth rate, and expensive redevelopment needs. Still better than Scranton, but only slightly. Buffalo, New York. Known for snow, wings, and existential malaise, Buffalo has seen nearly a 10% population decline since 2000, with young people migrating south and west for jobs and sunlight. It's still one of the poorest large cities in the U.S., with a poverty rate around 27% and harsh winters that just won't quit. Basically, it's freezing and financially cold too. Memphis, Tennessee. Elvis left the building, and apparently so did a lot of other folks. Memphis has seen a 6% population dip over the last decade. High crime rates, often ranking in the top 5 nationally. Struggling public schools and poverty hovering near 20% are pushing residents out. Even the Blues are feeling blue. Orlando, Florida. Yes, even Disney magic has a dark side. Orlando's housing prices have risen over 30% in recent years, while wages stay stubbornly low. Add in extreme weather, growing insurance premiums, and the risk of climate events, and locals are getting priced and blown out. Mickey might be looking into a timeshare in the Rockies. Las Vegas, Nevada. What happens in Vegas might eventually melt. Climate models show rising temperatures, limited water supply, and a city growing faster than its resources. Lake Mead, which provides most of Vegas's water, has hit record lows, and the desert heat is becoming less dry heat and more oven. At some point, even gamblers may fold. There you have it, but before you book your farewell to America road trip, don't lose all hope. These cities aren't dead yet, just a little tired, a little broken, a little 2-for-1 zombie real estate special. Urban revival is still possible if we invest, care, and maybe finally fix that water main from 1972. Your move, America. Will you help rebuild these urban underdogs, or just watch them fade like an old MySpace profile? Hit that like button. Drop your doomsday thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more oddly uplifting videos about societal collapse.